Good morning, guys. I'm hoping that I still have all 37 of my subscribers. I've noticed that on my last video, I got no likes, no comments. I don't know if you guys saw that video, if you just wasn't interested, but the garden tours are just to let you guys see what's going on, what progress has been made. So if you're a subscriber, if you could just please like and comment on the videos, that would be nice. So today I'm going to talk about grapes. And what I think is wrong with this grape plant, I mean, it's producing pretty well, as you can see. There's no issue with that. I'm having no issue with it producing. And these are muscadines, if you're wondering. And muscadines are different than the grapes you buy at the store. They have more of a tart and tangy taste. I'm from Mississippi. That's where I was born and raised. So we grew up on these, but we picked them in the wild. Like we didn't have a plant. So we would go and walk through with buckets, pots, or whatever. We walk up and down the country roads, and we would pick plums and muscadines. So then my mom would make jellies out of it. I remember mainly jellies, no jams, just jellies. So the plant is producing really well. The problem that I'm having is this. See that right there? And I'm going to call it blossom end rot because that's what you get on tomatoes, and that's what's on my grapes, and I don't know why. And they're all getting that. Like especially the ones further down here. These ones going up this way are fine, but I'm walking down the plant, down my sidewalk, down the plant, and that's what I'm getting. I don't know why it has that, but it does. So that's not good. Here are some unwelcome guests. These are Japanese beetles, but I'll show you something later that I have up here on my rose bush for those, and it's working, but it needs to start working a little bit better. You don't want those on your plant or your rose bush because they eat up all the leaves. Okay, so here's my black hollyhock. I planted her here last year, and she finally came up this year, and she's doing really well. We're gonna get back to the grapes, so we're walking around, and I'm just walking down my sidewalk here. When you get down to this point, I really can't see the grapes anymore. It's kind of hidden, but more here. They're just all turning up like this. They're not even doing what they're supposed to do. So I'm gonna have to find out what that is. If anyone knows, drop it in the comments while the grapes are doing this. I'm thinking that when you have tomatoes and you get this, it's a calcium or some kind of nutrient deficiency in the soil. So if anybody knows, I would appreciate it. If not, I'm going to look it up anyway because it's going to ruin all my grapes if it keeps doing this. So now we're walking around. We're in a heat wave, and it's still hot out here, but it's not as bad as yesterday. Yesterday was really, really, really hot. And she's going out here. She's not ready for me to vine onto it yet. Her tendrils, these are the tendrils of your plants. Her tendril isn't strong enough. If I do that, I'm just going to break it. So her tendril isn't strong enough for me to put her on the fence yet. So I'm going to wait. But we come down through here, and then I have the same issue. I am having grapes coming all the way around my garden, but they're also getting this disease. So I don't know why. I have lovely clusters, but if they keep getting all this, I'm not going to be able to harvest any of the grapes. So I'm going to have to look that up soon. And then this one on the end here is fine. So this is how they should look. They should look like this, and then when they start to turn purple, just turn a normal purple, not the brown on it. So if you're getting the brown on your muscadines, you're going to have to look into that. And I'm pretty sure it's a deficiency in the soil. But I'm not quite sure yet myself to tell you that. So we'll have to be on this journey together to see. But as soon as I find out what it is, I'll look it up. I'm pretty sure that, like I said, repeating myself, it's a deficiency in the soil. But I do need to take care of that. But the clusters back here seem to be doing fine. And then, like I said, all the way around. So we're going to walk around to the front. And yeah, my grass is really brown. I don't have a sprinkler in the yard. And it's really hot up here. So last time I came out here and weeded, the grass is just brown from that. And now this grape plant here is a white grape. So this isn't Muscatine. So I have 3 grape plants. These are the white grapes. And obviously they're not that color yet because they're not ready. But they are producing. This is this plant's second or third year. I want to say it's the second, and it started producing on the second year. So I'm going to say that grapes producing their second year, which is good. So the first year you really won't get anything, and then the second year, if you take care of the plant really well, cut it back the way you need to, you're going to start getting grapes. And this is this here, and then I have this here, and then this plant, I have some lower down here too. Oh, I see that she has it too, right here on the end. So I definitely need to find out what that is. All right, going around. All these grapes are hanging lower to the ground. They're hidden really well though, so I don't have to worry about anybody come picking them, because they won't be able to see them. And when you see this on your grape leaf plant, the 2 little insects I showed you earlier, that's Japanese beetles. That means you need to get something to get them off. You can hand pick them off and put them in soapy dishwater and kill them, or you can get the thing I have up front here that I'll show you later that I'm using. And then this plant comes right here. It stops right here at the gate that we put up. And then that's it. But she is producing a lot of grapes. Now we're going to walk back around, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm using for that. So I don't know what's going on with the grapes, but I know that I don't like that, because they're producing really well, but at the rate with that, whatever that is going on, I'm not going to have any. So we're walking up, and this is what I'm using. This right here. And right in here I have some. Let's see if we can look down and I can show you. Yep, see? There's one in there now. So they get trapped in this bag, and then they go down to the bottom. And I do have some in here. I don't want to mess with it too much. Yeah, that's as far as I can see. But yeah, they're down here in the bottom. They get trapped, and then that's it. So you having Japanese beetles, you get yourself one of these, because this is what they do. This was my rose bush. Every year in the beginning of the spring, I get a few flowers. It's nice and pretty, and then this happens. It's never lush. So now I'm going to have to rectify this problem seriously this year, or I'm not going to have any roses. All right. So also I want to talk about my berry bushes. Just going to be talking about the grapes and berries today. I can't recall what type of raspberry bush this is. I know that when I bought it, it was a very small little raspberry bush. And you can see how hot it is. My berries are starting to dry up. I need to come and pick them today. That's how hot it is. These are just drying up. They're actually drying up pretty quick, so I need to hurry up and get out here and get them. They're supposed to look like this. That's a good berry right there. Don't remember what type of berry bush this is, but I know that it's doing good. On the back out so you guys can see it. That's it. She's covered in berries. And I need to come out here and pick them. I mean, she's covered all the way down to the bottom. There's berries on this side. There's berries on the back side. And And she has some new growth there, so she's fine. And then here's my other berry bush. And these berries are delicious. Only thing of it is, this is a thorny plant. And I'm trying to see if I can find it on here to show you without actually touching it. There's really little fine thorns on there, if you can see that. These are delicious. I come out here and I eat them naked sometimes, or I will pick them, which I need to do now, and I will make a jam. And they're all over, and it's leaning because I need to fix it up. Those are that. And then in the back side, there's more down there. The birds aren't really messing with it too much this year, which is good. And it has a little bit of bug damage, not too much. So that's that. Now we're gonna come over here, and this is my blackberry bush. And this is a thornless blackberry bush that I bought from a tiny little plant. This is his 3rd year. It's doing great. You guys can see. I mean, I'm not gonna have any problem with blackberries at all. This bush is laid down all the way over there. And I'm not gonna walk back there because there's my grape plant. This side is kind of it's growing into the, I see it's growing, no, the grapevine is growing into it. The grapevine is growing into it, so I need to separate that. There's berries all in the inside and up. It's got a few new canes that are growing up as well. So we're gonna try to, I can't exit this way, so I'm gonna have to walk around. And we're rocking around this lemon balm. I'm gonna have to chop it down some more. I did have it down, but it's made its way back up. Okay, guys, I can't even go this way. So let me walk out. All right, we're walking around because couldn't get out that way. Okay, here we are. Now we're to the front. This is the front of it. And it's growing all the way over here. This is the top. Then it's just going straight down. So it's no problem with that. I mean, I got just a lot of berries. So get yourself a thornless blackberry bush. I had a tag on this when I first started out. I lost the tag. So I'm not exactly sure what kind of berries this is. If you go back through and watch some of my earlier videos, when this plant was just a baby, you'll see what type of blackberry bush this is. Because I lost the tag, I no longer know. So guys, that's it. That's almost it. We're going to look at the strawberries, and then that will be it. I'm not going to have any problem with fruit this year as far as that goes. I do need to see what's wrong with my grapevine. Here's another view of it. From there, you can go around. And then it just kind of, and then it bushes out here really well. And then there's plenty of grapes here. My little setting area, which it had taken over from the last video that I put up, and I cut it back. I don't have the umbrella up because I don't really plan on being out here long. Because like I said, it's still hot, but it's not as hot. And the wind is blowing some, so it's a little bit more tolerable. But there's grapes everywhere. Everywhere. And then I almost forgot one little grape buddy in the back. We'll go to him last. This is my strawberry bush, and if you see this hole down here, a bunny got in here, and that little hole, let me zoom in, that hole there, and later baby washed my strawberry bed down, and I need to fix it, but no strawberries. There was some. Here's one here. Here's a nice strawberry there, but because she did that, I'm having issues, so I really don't have any. And then the ones that are in here, the slugs are eating them. So I'm gonna have to fix that. Okay, and then we're gonna go have one more. This one is a small strawberry bed, and she doesn't have any strawberries. So we're gonna take a detour through the back. You guys can see that I did come out here and work from the last video. I did come out here and work, and this is what I did to my potato alley here. I just came through and I put the garden fabric down. I haven't completely finished it because I need a little bit more rock, and I need to paint it down. But we did manage to get this, the kids and I managed to get this cleaned up pretty well. And then I planted some zinnias in the back of this out of a bag of flowers that I had, but I don't know. They don't look like they made it because I don't see anything popping up. But that's fine. That bag was a little old. Now we're going through the back here. I always have to cut this area, and then it just grows back. Okay. This is the last grape plant that I have that I always forget. And I can see the bag said 500 feet. Well, it's not working. So I'm going to have to put the other bag back here. See all those things flying around? I don't know if you guys can see them. Those are Japanese beetles. So now that they can't be on the plant up front, they're attacking this plant. Here's one here. I'm going to have to put another bag in the back because it's not covering this area. See the damage? And then they'll fly in your face, which is not fun. See that there? You don't want that. So we're going to have to put the other one up. Now in the front here were a few grapes. This is the only grapes that she has. She probably needs to be fertilized again really well. But this is her second year. She's not growing as fast as the other ones. I mean, she's doing good, but she's not growing as fast. And then that's the last grape vine that I have. So I have 3. This is corn-cob grapes. The shorter one up front that's going toward the gate is white grapes. And then the massive big one is Muscatine grapes. So guys, that's it. That's my fruit that I have. Besides the trees, and I'm not going to go to the trees because there's still nothing on them yet. It takes years for fruit trees to mature. So those are not ready yet. So there's not going to show you guys that. But that is my grapes and berries. And so they're all producing this year. So that's good. So by next year, this little guy should have way more than this. So that's what you do. You just come out, get your things started here, and grow your own food. I get tongue-tied sometimes, but grow your own food. You can do it. I mean, I'm growing 3 grapevines, and I didn't know what I was doing at first. A shout out to A.G. Gardner on TikTok. This is how I learned how to grow grapevines and everything, because I didn't know anything about it. So if you want to go check him out on TikTok, his name is A.G. Gardner. He has a lot of good clips on how to grow grapes. All right, guys, be blessed.